discuss numerous topics that we find clucks. Get ready for some insights. Stars on the podcast, she dropping jewels, covering topics that you might find cool, creating discussions, giving you the tools that you can apply to your principles and rules. These subjects are necessary during this time.
Hello and welcome back to After the Headlines. I'm Sarza, with you here from Dhaka. As we step into a new year, I've been thinking a lot about the kind of information world we're all living in. New Year is usually when we talk about resolutions and hope, but if you scroll through the news right now, especially about Bangladesh, what you mostly find are crisis headlines, shocking news, and dramatic claims. So today, on the very first day of 2026, I want to slow down and talk about something that shapes all of this. Sensational news, scandal-driven headlines, misinformation, and disinformation. Because lately, Bangladesh hasn't just been experiencing a political crisis, it's also been experiencing a crisis of narrative. And the loudest story isn't always the truest one. So, what is sensational news? Let me begin with a simple distinction. Sensational news is not necessarily fake news. It's news that's packaged to trigger emotion before reflection. It uses dramatic wording, extreme framing, moral panic, and the suggestion that everything is urgent and explosive. The goal here is to get attention, not understanding. And attention is profitable. So let's say, instead of getting a headline that says economic inequality contributes to unrest, we hear something like radicals taking over the streets. One invites analysis, the other demands instant reaction. So, what is misinformation and disinformation? They're not the same, and the difference matters. Misinformation is when people share wrong or misleading content without intending to deceive. Think of a rumor, for example, forwarded on your WhatsApp because someone believes it's true. Whereas disinformation is when false or distorted content is produced or spread deliberately for political, financial, or ideological gain. So we see that disinformation is strategy and misinformation is fallout. And during moments of crisis, the two feed each other very quickly. So why scandals spread faster than truth or facts? And this isn't unique to Bangladesh. It's human psychology. We are more likely to share what is shocking, morally outrageous, or emotionally charged. And fear spreads faster. Humiliation spreads. Stories that make us feel clever, righteous, or threatened spread fastest of all. And the platforms we use reward engagement, not accuracy. So scandal becomes a system. And where does Bangladesh fit into all of this? Right now, when people talk about Bangladesh, especially outside of the country, we see familiar patterns. Dramatic labels applied before facts are verified, speculation presented as certainty, religious language treated as automatic proof of extremism, violence described without explaining the social and economic pressures underneath. And once a narrative is set, it becomes very hard to correct because language shapes legitimacy. This is where nuance disappears and fear takes its place. So why does this matter? When sensationalism dominates, people stop believing even credible reporting. Drama replaces real policy debate. Communities begin reacting to rumors instead of facts. And once distrust hardens, rebuilding it is slow and fragile. So, what can we do as consumers of information? Not in a moralizing way, but in a practical way. Before we share something, we can ask, who does this benefit if I believe this? Is this reporting or commentary? What is the source for this news? Is the language emotional or descriptive? Does the headline exaggerate the content? And would I still share this if it wasn't shocking? So, as Bangladesh and the world step into 2026, one challenge we face is not only political, it's about how we come to know what we think we know. If the past few years have taught us anything, it's that resisting sensationalism is not passive, it's a civic responsibility. It's choosing curiosity over outrage and complexity over simplicity. Thank you for listening to After the Headlines. If this episode helped you pause for a moment, I'd love for you to share or simply reflect a little differently when the next dramatic headline flashes across your screen. Here's to a new year of thinking slowly, even when the world asks us to react fast. Until next time.
Creating discussions, giving you the tools that you can apply to your principles and rules. These subjects are necessary during these times. Don't get